Hello everyone and welcome. This is Chloe with Cousin DIY. Today we're going to be visiting another trend in 2021, which is gold and pearls. Today I'll be showing you how to make this pair of earrings and this matching necklace. I'm going to get set up and we'll get started. The first step is to make the drop for the bottom of the earrings. To do that, we're going to use a large ecru or off-white colored pearl. Next, we'll add a gold rhinestone rondelle and then a gold scroll bead. Next, I'm going to use a cheater bead. Some of you are familiar with that. It's about an 7 to 8 millimeter bead that I just used to help me measure where to cut the stem on the top of eye pens and head pens. I find it's the perfect size for me to cut the stems evenly to make the loop on top so they're all uniform. Okay, now that we have that made, we're going to attach it to the bottom loop of a filigree, gold filigree connector. So we'll just open that loop up and slide it on and close it. Now that we have the beaded drop on the bottom, we're going to make a link for the top using an eye pin. And for this, we're going to start with a gold scroll bead, then a gold rhinestone rondelle, and lastly a middle, or I believe this is approximately 8 millimeters. There's 3 different sides of pearls in our bead mix. This is a medium size. Put that on top. Use our cheater bead to trim the stem of the eye pin. Then I want to form this loop so it will be heading in the opposite direction of the one at the bottom. So I have that one facing towards me, and this one will be in the opposite direction. Make sure that's nice and even. Then I'm going to open the loop on the bottom and attach that to the top loop on our filigree connector. Close that loop. And the last step is to connect the top loop to a gold ear wire. And by making these loops face different directions, it will allow our earring to hang forward with the gold filigree right in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and make the matching earring, and I'll be right back. Now that I've made the matching earring, here we are. I'll set those aside and let's move on to the necklace. I'm going to take a minute to set up and I'll be right back. The first step to making the necklace is to cut an 8-inch length of gold wire, which I've already done. The next step is to slide it through the holes on top of our gemstone druzy pendant. So we're going to put the middle of that wire right through those holes, and then we're going to crisscross that wire evenly and twist it a couple of times, making sure it's centered. And then we're going to join those two wire ends together and slide on a gold scroll bead, a gold rhinestone rondelle, a large ecru or white colored pearl, another rhinestone rondelle, and lastly another gold scroll bead. Make sure everything lines up nicely. The next step is to form. I'm going to use both of these wires together, and I'm going to form a wrapped loop on top of this pendant. To do that, I'm going to work around my round nose pliers like so, making sure I'm happy with the loops. And I'm going to try one more wrap because I really want that wrap to show up. Here we go. Then I'm going to take my cutters. I'm going to cut that wire near the back side of the necklace. And then take my needle nose pliers and pinch that wire so there aren't any rough ends to cut into your neck. Then I can readjust my loop, making sure it's facing forward on the pendant. The next step is to cut your desired length of gold chain, and this one is 20 inches. You may want yours longer or shorter. And you want to find the middle loop on your chain. And what can be helpful is to take an eye pin or a head pin and hang each end of your chain down, and that will easily show you which link is the middle link on your chain. And sometimes you might want to, I think I'm going to trim one link off one side. There, and I have, as you can see, I have one link that's definitely in the middle. Next, we're going to open a 4mm jump ring. Going to find that middle loop again. I'm going to find the middle link again. Well, let me do the old trick of hanging it on the eye pin. Find that middle link. Take my jump ring, put it through that middle link, slide it through the double loop on top of the pendant, and close that jump ring nice and snug. And the last steps are to attach a lobster clasp. I'm right-handed, so I like my lobster clasp on the top right chain. So again, I'm going to use another 4mm jump ring. To attach the lobster clasp. On the end of the chain on that side of the necklace. Last step is to attach a 6mm jump ring to the last link on the other side of the necklace. There you go. Now at this point, if you find that your pendant isn't hanging forward the way you want it to, this is where you can adjust and play with it. But I think this is going to be okay. As you can see, every gemstone druzy is different. Some are larger, some are smaller because they're natural. And there you have it. That's how to make our gold and pearl necklace and earring set. Thank you for joining us today. If you make your own gold and pearl jewelry set, we'd love to see it. Share it with us on Instagram at #CreateWithCousin. Bye. See you soon.